welcome to Papastachepop. So, if you are new to guitar or, kind of, intermediate but want to know how to strum better, there is a link below for you that is not on YouTube specifically on how to be a strumming madman or madwoman. Just some helpful tips, so I hear it helps people out, teaches you how to count, all that kind of stuff. But anyways, this song, awesome tune, great, still from the era we've been talking about. Remember now, we're requesting songs that are from like 1990 to like 2005. We're going to do a whole slew of them. So this is one awesome band, probably the biggest band of that era. Great tunes, awesomeness. So let's zoom in for a closer look. All right, so we got some basic chords to the song, just, thrown together in a couple different orders, and it's basically a 4-chord tune. We're going to have E minor, C or C add 9, whatever you want to do. It's your choice. It's your world, baby. G, and then we're going to have a D chord with an F sharp in the bass. So second and third finger make the G string and the B string like you would in a normal D chord. And then your first finger comes up, hits the second fret E, but also mutes out the open A string. And you get that. Now, in the song, we're going to have a bunch of downstrokes, right? That kind of a vibe, but in between the chord changes or starting off to a new chord, oftentimes there's a... Now the only thing I'm doing is a quick down, up, down. Okay? So for instance, from E minor to C, right, there's none. But when we go to G to F sharp, there is. So C chord is the only one where we don't really have to do that necessarily. So we got... Right? So that's what it sounds like slowed down. And that literally is the progression of the intro to the song into the verse. Now getting out of the verse into the pre-chorus part, we're going to do something a little bit different. So the time before you do this different part, instead of doing the... is when we're going to have... Okay, so I'm going to go... It's a little bit quicker of a descent, right? From the third fret to the second fret. So we got... Normally it'd be like this. Alright? New way. Here's the new part. Okay, so what I did was we do business as usual, E minor, C. When we get to the G, we're going to do the G halftime and then go straight to a D. So we got... Okay, so we're just going to build up on that C add 9 at the end. So I'll play the verse. Here we go. Okay, let's get into the chorus. All right, so that was the whole chorus, the first chorus, by the way. So what we're going to do is, we're coming off building on a C chord from that last part. Now it's going to do that again, down, down, and that's what's going to start our chorus. So we got... Now that would be one cycle of the chorus progression, okay? We're going to do that multiple times. We're actually going to do that cycle 3 times. It's going to start with C. It's going to go to E minor, D, which is going to have a very similar switch to what we just did, that G to D. Same kind of timing, right? So we're going to have E minor to D, and then it goes to C, okay? And that gets you out of one time. But the C is going to go twice as long because we're going to have to use that C. We're going to have to, excuse me, use that C again to start the next cycle. So it's going to seem like a lot of that C chord in a row for the first time through. The second chorus is different. So here we go again. We're going to go C, E minor, D, C. Then we're going to do it again. C, E minor, D, C, and the last one. Okay, now to get out of the chorus, and then we go to the verse again. So what we did at the very end, we went down, up, down, right? Down. And then we switched to D and just let that ring by itself. Then we're going to do 2 cycles through that C chord, just like we did earlier. And then again, back to the verse. Into chorus 2. All right, so let's go over chorus 2. Okay, so now chorus 2 is going to seem similar, but we're going to leave out one of those C chords. So let me play the progression, and then you'll see what I mean. Here we go. And that literally gets us out of the song. So the sequence is pretty similar. And then halfway through, we're going to change the order around of the chords. So one cycle through would sound like this. Then we're going to do another C chord. Start the cycle over. One more time. So we're going to do that 3 times. On the 4th time, we're going to change the order around. So now we're going to go from C, D, E minor, okay? That's going to start us into the new section, and then it's going to flip around. So here we go. And C. Now here'll be a new section. D, E minor, C, again, now we're going to go back to our D to E minor, and then we're going to end the whole song with C. Great song. Great band. By the way, the singer's got some cool interviews lately, you know, live, like the last couple years. Check him out. He's got some cool stuff to say. If you're a young kid out there and you want to shake it up, educate yourself on the real history, and you will be a force to be reckoned with, I swear. That's my tip for the day, my PSA. Woo! All right. Yes! Way to go. Awesome job. Don't forget the strum link below. That video is not on YouTube. So, awesome song. Really great band, by the way. If you guys want some more from this band, you know, go ahead and do the song request link as well, and that'll give me, you know, an idea of what you want to hear from these guys as well, and gals. There's a girl in the band, too. So, anyways, as always, thank you so much for watching. Remember the goal, the big, happy, guitar-playing, loving planet where we drop songs on other people, not bombs. I'm just kidding. All right, catch you next time.